if you guys want to win 100,000 coins on FIFA 18 in my February giveaway, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Hey guys, E2A here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the best players to invest in from Team of the Week 24 to make an absolute ton of profit. As always, if you get the right Team of the Week players at the right price, you're guaranteed to make a load of coins. It's so simple, especially if you invest in cards that may be required for SBCs. So in this Team of the Week, we've got a load of different players which are going to be great investments. As always, I would recommend staying away from the high-end cards. So in this case, I'm not going to be investing in Milinkovic-Savic, Emre Can, Lukaku, or Suarez. I'm also going to be staying away from this Thiago Silva card too. But Benzema, he's one that I'm going to maybe try and get, depending how low he drops, because he's surprisingly cheap right now. He's around 85 to 90,000 coins, and for a Real Madrid striker, that is very cheap for an inform 87 rated card. He's got a decent card overall. He doesn't have over 80 pace, but he's close, and with a Hawk or Hunter chemistry, you can boost that up. He's got really good shooting, good passing, good dribbling, and just because of the fact that the only other striker you can use for this team really is a striker Ronaldo, I think he will rise up in the future. So if he drops to about 80k or below, which I think he will with score bash rewards on Sunday and all the other packs that are going to be opened in the meantime before that, I think if you get him for about 80 to 75k or less, it's going to be a good investment to get. But moving down into the lower budget investments, which I'd normally go for, because on the whole I don't go for those high-end cards, but I made an exception with that Benzema. He's a player I do want to invest in. We're going to go with Quaresma. I think he's a great one. He's got a really good card. He's got 5-star skill moves. Apparently he's pretty good on this game as well, or so I've heard anyway. He's currently going for about 45k or so, and if he drops to below about 38k, I'd try and pick him up, just because for an 86 rated inform, that's pretty cheap, and he's got a really good card. We've also got Arias, and I think he's a really interesting investment because you can get a strong link to Lozano with him, and he's one of the most popular and overpowered players on this game, and Arias is the best player to get a link to him, and he's now got a really good card. He had a first inform that had some pretty good stats, and this one is even better. 88 pace, 83 defending, 80 physical, 84 dribbling, 74 passing, and for a price of around 22,000 coins, that is a very good card, and I would pick him up even just at this price, but I think he will drop lower. If you can get him for about 20k or below, definitely do so, because that's a great card, and you can link him to Lozano, and I think that's going to make his price rise up significantly in the future. And also as an 84 rated card, he's going to be good for any future SBCs. We've also got Debussy as an SBC investment. I think he's pretty good if you can get him towards discard price. As an 82 rated inform, they normally go up to about 15k or so when SBCs come out, so if you can get him for about 11k or less, that's a good price to get him for. I'd say exactly the same for Kramer. You can get him around a similar price, and it'll probably rise up to about 15k when SBCs come out. We also have Asenjo. He's one of the cheaper 87 rated informs on the game, currently going for about 60 to 70,000 coins. I think if you can get him for below about 60k, definitely do so, because for this rating, he's one of the cheaper informs on the game. He's got a good league and nation combo as well, and when we get some really big icon SBCs, so mainly R9 Ronaldo, Hullet, and Pele, they're the three most popular icons on the game that people are going to want to go and complete. These high-end inform cards, 87s, 88s, 86s, they're all going to rise up a lot when those SBCs come out, so I think he is definitely a good one to pick up there. We've also got Jarstein. I think he's one of the best Team of the Week investments because of the fact he plays in the Bundesliga. He's got a good card, and you can get him so cheaply right now. He's currently one of, if not the cheapest, 84 rated informs on the game. You can get him for about 18k or so, and you can link him to so many high rated players in the Bundesliga. There's probably the most kind of 86 to 89 rated cards in any league in the Bundesliga. You've got the likes of Robin, Thiago, Hummels, Boateng, Alaba, Vidal, Muller, James Rodriguez. There's just so many players. So for SBCs, Bundesliga players are really popular, especially for those icon SBCs, and I think Jarstein's a good one to go ahead and pick up. We saw Hradecki go to about 40k, and he was also an 84 rated Bundesliga keeper. We've also got Romagnoli. I think he's a good discard price investment. If you can get him for about 11k or below, definitely do so. Ismaili, I think, is a great investment because he's got a good card, 86 base, 80 physical, over 70 and all the other stats too. He's Brazilian, and he plays for a team where there are a lot of other Brazilian players. You've got Tyson on the left wing, who's got really good pace. He hasn't had any informs this year, but if he does get an inform, which he probably will, he got a Team of the Season card last year, he may get the same this year as well. If he does get one of those cards, this player is going to be the perfect player to link to him. He's going to get a hyperlink to him, so in a 4-3-3-4 variation formation, for example, you can use the two and they're going to be on full chemistry together. So I think if Tyson does well and gets an inform or any type of special card, this card will go up a lot in value. But even just as an SBC investment, he is a good one to pick up. And you can also get hyperlinks to people like Fred, who's got a man of the match card, and you've got Marlos, you've got lots of other good players getting special cards for this team. So I think he's a really good one to get if you can get him for about 11k or below. We've also got these 4 informs there, all 82 rated, and for all of these, if you can get them for below 11k or so, definitely pick them up just because they're good SBC investments. And Gomes is probably the best out of all of them just because he's French, and you can link him to a few other high rated players like Medel, Quaresma, Pepe. There are a few high rated players in that league. And then for these 4 other gold inform cards, if you can get them for 10k or so on open bid, do so just to keep them as discard price investments. They can't drop down in price, they can only rise and make you profit in the future. And let's say Matic, for example, I know it's unlikely, but if Matic scores a few goals throughout a month, he isn't really a goal scoring player, but if he maybe scores 3 goals, gets an assist or something, keeps a few clean sheets, he could be in the running for player of the month, and that hype will make informs from his nation rise up in value. And since there aren't many, this one could be a good one. That's just an example. And maybe with Colombian players, I'm not really too sure. Is there a Colombian in the Premier League who's decent? Izquierdo maybe, playing for Brighton. He's actually been pretty decent so far this season, and there aren't many Colombian informs on the game. If he gets into the running for player of the month, scores a few goals, this card could also rise in value. So I think these 2 are decent, and then Nakamura and Torres you can get if you just get them for discard price, because you can't lose out on any coins, so it's a really safe investment. And then Nodeka, if you can get him for about 7k or so, do so, just because these silver informs always are quite cheap when they come out in packs, but then they rise by a few thousand coins afterwards, and he's quite high rated for a silver inform. He's German too, he could probably hit about 10k pretty easily, so that's a good one. But I think the best investments from this team of the week are Arias, because of the link to Lozano and because of the fact he's good for SBCs, Jarstein for SBCs as well, Ismaili again for those SBCs, but also because he's got a good card, one of the best Brazilian left backs on the game, and you can link him to lots of other good players playing for Shakhtar Donetsk. He's going to be one of the few cards you can use to link them into teams. And then we've got Romagnoli, Gomes, these other 82s down here, Kramer and Tabushi as your 82 rated investments. Asenjo's a great one too, one of those high rated informs. And Benzema is really one that I'm interested in picking up because he's so cheap. He's a lot more underpriced than what I was expecting. Normally in the past on previous FIFAs, I know his stats have gone down a bit, but Benzema's normally been kind of like a 200, 300k player when he gets informs, and right now he's going for about 80k, and I could see him hitting about 70 or so, and that's just so cheap. I think that's too cheap for what you're getting, so I think this could be a good investment if you do have the coins. But I think the best kind of no risk ones are Arias and Jarstein, just because of the fact they're 84 rated. They always start off at about 18k, those types of cards, and then with SBCs rise to about 20 to 30k. Often they're going to be in that kind of 25, 26, 27k mark. So you're guaranteed to make profit with those cards. Just get them at the right price. When score back rewards come out on Sunday is always a good time, with the Foot Champion Awards on Thursday too. And just monitor these cards' prices throughout the week on Footbin, or just looking at the team of the week right here, so you can get a real idea of how much the cards are selling for, and then you're going to know exactly the prices to get them for when they really seem to be getting to their cheapest, and then just keep them in your club until you make profit in the future. It may take a while. It's probably going to take a few weeks with some of these cards. You just have to be patient and wait for SBCs. They'll rise up by a couple of thousand coins in the meantime, maybe 2 or 3 on the whole, but then when an SBC comes out that requires cards like this, or maybe if a YouTuber starts hyping up a certain player like Arias, for example, then we're going to see the card rocket up a lot in price, and that's where you make the serious coins. But you're guaranteed to be able to make profit with all of these cards here, so hopefully this video is going to help you guys out. And if you do want to be entered into the giveaway, which is going to be announced in my next video, or I'll announce it on Twitter, or I'll contact the winners somehow anyway. But this is going to be the last video in which I'm going to be doing the 100k giveaway, as that was for the month of February. We're going to be starting a new giveaway next month as well. But if you do want to be entered into that last chance, leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and I'll be picking those winners before my next video, or contacting them on Twitter. Somehow, you guys, if you've won, you'll know. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.